What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm your girl Lorna Marie, and today for you we are bringing you what's inside my hiking first aid kit. Now, I shared with you guys last week what I bring hiking with me in my hiking backpack. You guys saw this pack and you went crazy. You're like, girl, you better show me what's in there. So I am here to bring you the goods, show you guys everything in here. Now, I am a full-time RVer, a mom of 4, so my #1 top priority is not weight. My #1 top priority is making sure that I have everything on me just in case of an emergency. I do carry some trauma items as well as first aid, so that is what is in here. So if you're looking for more of like a minimalist or a bag that's like really light by ounces, this is probably not the video for you. But if you're with a big family and safety is the main priority for you when you go out, then this is probably, you found your soul sister, okay? Because being prepared is so important to me when I'm out with my family. So anyways, if you guys like this kind of video, definitely consider subscribing, hitting that little bell so you're notified. Come down and say hi in the comments. I just love getting to know you guys. Even when you post one little emoji, it just means the world to me. Also, come on Instagram and say hi. You'll be able to see where we're at, what we're doing. We are currently in Utah right now, northern Utah, so we're gonna go out here and explore. If you feel like depositing some positive energies out into the universe, give your girl a thumbs up. I would so appreciate it. And without further ado, if you guys want to see what's inside my hiking first aid kit, then just keep watching. I just want to say a few things before we hop into what's inside the bag. I'm going to give you guys an aerial shot. You guys know that's my favorite. When I watch videos, I'm a very visual person, so when people are pulling things out of the bag, I'm like, but how did you put it in there? How are you going to grab it if there's an emergency? My brain just works like that, so that's why I like to share things with you guys. Like I said, this is a larger kit. It goes in the front of my backpack, and I have it in a place where I can grab it easily. I have already carried this with me on a full hike, so I know I can carry it. You want to decide for yourself like how heavy you can go carrying your pack, because you don't want to have to keep stopping and resting if your whole backpack or your emergency kit is too heavy. You have to decide for yourself what is going to work for you and your family. But I know your girl's got this, so definitely make those adjustments as you need to. Also, I have split my bag into categories. Organization is super important to me. I feel like if you know where everything is at, then it's going to be easier for you to get to things, especially in a trauma situation. There are 3 items that I carry outside of this bag, which you would have seen in my last video, which was my what's inside my hiking bag video. The first thing that I have is my tourniquet. I always have a tourniquet on me. It's just one of those things, it's like, it's not likely that somebody's going to fall and have a limb sticking out and you need to stop the bleeding super fast. That's not very likely, you know what I mean, if you stay on path and all of that. But I carry this to the beach. I mean, just, I feel like you just want to have it on you. It's not too heavy, and it's just one of those things that you just will be glad if you have it. You know what I mean? This will definitely save a life if it needed to. Underneath that is the Israeli bandage. Just as important, I believe, but it's not as life-threatening, getting the blood to stop as a tourniquet situation would be. This is more like, I'm cutting, I'm bleeding out, I need to stop the bleeding as soon as possible, but not a major artery has been cut. You know what I mean? So this is still very important to me. Another thing outside of this pack that I carry is I have a SAM splint, and this is for an arm or a leg. Somebody hurts themselves on trail. You can pop this open. It is very moldable and you can shape it to whatever you want. And then I have ace bandage and tape inside of here to wrap around it. Just like I mentioned in my last video, you want to make sure you put everything back exactly the way you found it. I think that's so important in an emergency situation, so you're not fumbling through things, because your kid falls and really hurts themselves, your adrenaline is going to be pumping. I know that for a fact. I have 4 kids, so it's happened to me many times, and I have 2 boys. So you want to just know where everything's at, be able to unzip it, pull your pack out and be like, okay, here it is, and label everything. Okay, what if you're the one who's injured? You want your family to be able to go into your pack and to be able to find everything. Also, I'm going to be putting a smaller emergency kit in each one of my kids' backpacks that are carrying a backpack, and also my husband's backpack, which I'll be sharing with you those videos in the next few weeks. I'll show you the kids, and then my husband, he's got the backpack carrier that has the kid in it, so his bag is smaller, so he will have less contents than I did in mine. But that way you guys can get a variety of ideas on who carries what in each bag. But Mama's got the main pack, so everything will be in here labeled, so if people need to come in here, they can. Obviously, if they're with me, we're gonna use this. This has more extensive things that we are gonna need on trail. So, all right, you guys, well, let's see what's in this bad boy. Let's go. Here is my pack. It's pretty thick. Okay, let me show you here. there's a lot in here. This is not a minimal kit. This is a kit that has everything that I need. And honestly, for me, out of my pack, besides food and water, this is the most important thing to me. If you guys have been here a while, you have seen my many kits. I do a lot of these types of kits here on my channel because I love having first aid on me. I also have an EDC bag that has a lot of the items that I have in my hiking bag that I carry on me every single day. EDC stands for everyday carry. I will link that in the cards above and down below, but that has basically your 10 essentials that hikers take, but it's more extensive. I've watched a lot of first aid videos, hikers, all that, and in the hikers videos, I see a lot of them put their water purification. Now, this is in a completely separate pouch. Like I said, I showed you guys everything in my last hiking video. Don't mind my nails, you guys. I've been in the mountains for the last month, so yeah, it's been some rough times. But anyways, water purification goes in this pouch in the back sleeve of my backpack, not inside of my first aid. Also outside of that is my little survival kit here. You guys can check out that video, but it has the 10 essentials, everything that I need in here to do repairs, all that good stuff. It's all in this pouch here. Now that we have that out of the way, I'm gonna go ahead and start showing you guys everything that is in here. So the most important thing for me is when I look inside of a bag, I want everybody to be able to find what they're looking for without me telling them. So I have everything labeled here. And everything is kind of like file folders. I think for me, that's the easiest way for me to find things, is everything in file folders. And then two, it's easy for me to replenish because everything's labeled. So that is what's important to me. Obviously, just let this be your guide. You don't have to make yours exactly like mine. This is a really big kit. I have 4 kits, so I want everything on me, but dial this down for what you guys may need. Just put less of everything, or, you know, take out things that you don't think that you're going to need. But my kits are crazy. I've already had to use this multiple times, and I'm so glad I have it on me. The very first bag you see is prep, but the one that I want to show you is this one first. So this is the medicine pouch. I made this font a little bit bolder because I wanted people to be able to see it quicker. Now, I will link my label maker for you guys down below. I love it so much. Let me show it to you guys. This is my brother label maker. It is amazing. It has an app. It has all kinds of different features. They just updated a new app for it. It's so good. In this medicine bag, you guys will see some familiar things if you've been here for a while. Also, I know this is a really weird detail. This is probably going way too Virgo for some of you, but I'm gonna say it anyways. I also make sure all of my zippers go the same direction, and I identify that with this little tag. All my little tags are on the right side. I don't know if that's important to anybody, but there you go. So the first thing is this medicine round. I have all different types of medications here. A couple of them I do need to refill. I have kids Benadryl, adult Benadryl, Excedrin migraine. We have Tylenol, kids Tylenol, ibuprofen. We have Imodium, and then we have Pepto. So there's all different types of things in here. I have these in all of my kits. So also on the back you can put a number so you know what the dose is. I've showed you guys that before, but love having these everywhere. Next up, inside of this little pouch here with the medicine, I just have a couple cough drops because sometimes my throat gets irritated, and then I like to have a couple cough drops, and then I have a couple packs of NyQuil and DayQuil. Now, I have 4 in here. I could probably take out 2 and only have 2 in here. I just don't want to have to refill it as often. So if the weight is important to you, definitely take some out. Then I have these 2 packs. These are energy mints. Now, you may not think that these are a first aid item, but I definitely think they are. If you get caught out there and you need to stand watch over your kids or something, and you need to stay up all night or whatever the case may be, I think it's a good idea to have some sort of like caffeine thing on you. They also have 5-hour energy drinks, but I thought these were very light and I thought they would be good in here. Okay, so we are just gonna stick this back in here, and I like how they fold pretty flat. I try to keep everything as even as possible. So I have a few things on the side here. They're gonna fall when I move the other stuff, so I'm just gonna show you guys those first. I have 2 lollipops in here. Obviously these are not mandatory, but if my kids get really hurt or something, not like life or death, but you know, they got a good gouge out of their knee, lollipops cure everything. I honestly give this to even big kids. I'll have friends come over. I've given them lollipops when they get hurt. It's a crowd pleaser for sure. I keep 2 of those in there. And then I also have like an eye drop. You can use this as eye wash if somebody's got some eye irritation. I think this is important. They probably have smaller ones, but this is the one that I bought and I think it's fine. Like I said, I've carried this all with me before, so don't be alarmed for me. All right, so that was on the side there. Like I said, this is prep. I have my hand sanitizer. I have hand sanitizing wipes. I got these little packs from the Dollar Tree, and I also got these from the Dollar Tree, and they're super lightweight. I don't have to have a big old bottle in here. And then I have this syringe. You can get these off of Amazon, but you basically put water in here and then you can squirt the wound so you can get the debris out of it, which is really, really nice. Also in here, I have 2 pairs of gloves up front. So you could probably just put one if you'd like to, but I'm just keeping 2 because once one's used, I will have a backup in there. And then I also have a Ziploc bag and a paper towel that I just folded up really neatly. That way, if I need to lay something out or whatever, I have paper towels. I can use it to wipe up blood or whatever the case may be. I have 2 paper towels folded really neatly in here, and then 1 Ziploc bag for all of the trash if somebody gets injured. And then I just stick this guy right on top. And then 2, what I like about these bags is it makes things more compressed. So this is a tight squeeze, but I like that. Okay, so next up in here, you're gonna see we have all this stuff. We'll get into that after. So after we do prep, then we move to this here, which this is basically like my little miscellaneous. So in this thing here, I have this little bottle, which I put this Band-Aid first aid antiseptic, which says for minor cuts, scrapes, and burns, antiseptic to kill germs. I just think this is good out in the trail if they're in something, you know, their wound gets dirty with something funky. I can spray this in there and clean it off after I use maybe the syringe to get all the big debris out, and then I'll use this on top. Also in this little thing, oh, this is from Target, you guys. If you're wondering, they have it all the time in the Target dollar spot. And then also I have alcohol prep pads. I think those are good to just have in here. I have a bunch of those in here as well. You can take some out. I have quite a few. I probably have like 5 or 6. Then I have antibacterial and burn cream. I got these off of Amazon. I will link everything down below for you guys, but this is the first aid burn cream. And then I have triple antibiotic ointment. So, and those just stay in the middle there. I forgot to put a little label on this side, but that I know what that is. And then this side is just my miscellaneous stuff. There's quite a few things in here, so I'll go over that with you guys. If you guys, somebody messaged me and they're like, oh, you don't have a bleed stop for your wounds or whatever in your kits. But I actually do. If you go back to my very original first aid kit video, you will see this in the very top of like, it's like a tackle box type of thing. This is in the very top. I'm actually going to get ready to go through it and revamp it. So if you guys want to see an updated video on that, let me know in the comments down below. But I always put this in there. This is from my larger kit. I don't bring that one. I actually have this guy. You know, this is pretty small, but I think why I like this one for this kit is because you can reseal this and reuse it, because she was saying she got a cut and it just would not stop bleeding on the tip of her finger. And I think that's nice, because if it's just a small little cut on your finger that won't stop, this would stop it. So I think that's great. Then we have, oh, a tick key. This is to remove ticks. You kind of put this down and position it and you wiggle it out. You can also use a lighter if you don't have one of these, but oh, ticks are so disgusting. That's honestly one of my biggest fears, is getting a tick, or my kids getting a tick. Then I have these splinter out things. You pull it open and it helps you get the splinter out. I got these off of Amazon. These are great to have. Also, if you can't get those and you just have safety pins, you can also use safety pins, but I like having these for whatever type of other emergencies I may need. The last 2 things in here, I have this sting relief. So my daughter actually used this on her foot. She got bit or stung by a bee, and I put this on there and it felt so much better for her. So I have 3 vials of that. Obviously, if you only need 1, you can pack 1 in there, but I don't mind having the extra 3 on hand. And then I have this little miniature tweezers. Okay, so anyways, you just push and then pull it out. It kind of connects there. So this is just a survival one that I keep in here, which I think is really nice to have because they're really flat and small. And that is it for this. Next up in here, we have dressing. So that would be what was next. So we had the first pouch. The second pouch was I can spray, use the antibiotic burn ointment and all of that. And then it would be the dressing. Time to dress it. Also for dressing, I have scissors just in case you need to cut somebody's shirt open or cut bandages, cut the tape, whatever it is, and they're fairly lightweight. I know a lot of people use those little miniature kits and stuff like that. That just seems like it'd be really small and I'd have to fumble to get it out. I just like that they're huge, they're big, they're in my face, and I can get to them really easily without stressing out. I feel like your adrenaline's pumping and you just have to have things that are easy for you to use. So if you've had practice with those and they're easy for you to access, by all means, do what works best for you. So in the dressing pack, everything is lined up in here like file folders. So we have some gauze right here. You can use this to clean a wound or to wrap a wound up. We have some liquid bandage. I got this from the Dollar Tree. This is great to have. Another thing that I have in here is Steri Strips, which I think are amazing to have on you. They close up like if you need stitches. These are great, and they, you know, kind of pull your skin together in the meantime until you can get to the hospital. I highly suggest, I always carry these on me. Then what's in here, the rest that's in here is just an assortment of sizes of bandages, all the way from, I have a giant one here, and then I have extra gauze pads, which you can use to clean, or you can use to wrap up a wound. But there's basically little tiny ones, knuckle bandages. I have little colored ones if it's just a little cut. The kids can use those. I'm actually probably going to pull a few of these little ones and put them up front because the kids always get hurt a little bit. I'm going to set these aside and keep them in the front pocket of my hiking backpack so I don't have to dig all in here if it's not an emergency. All right, so next up in here, I just have some of this tape. You can wrap around a wound or whatever you want to. It's pretty sticky. You can use it without gauze or with gauze, whatever you want to do, to secure something else back down. It's got so many uses. And on this right side here, I got these from the Dollar Tree, but they seem like they would work pretty good. This is a wrist wrap. So you put your thumb in here. I probably need this right now. My wrist hurts really bad. And then you wrap this around like so. And then it kind of just secures your wrist or whatever. You can put this down a little lower. It goes like that. So to give you some more support if somebody hurts their wrist climbing up over something. Then we have an ankle one. So in this bag I showed you guys in the last video, I don't know if you can see that, I wrote down everything that is in this back part that's not inside of another pouch. That way I can replenish it and I know exactly what is in here. So first thing you see, I have a little miniature Sam splint. This is for your finger. And then I can use some of that tape to wrap it up. Then I have these back patches. My husband is carrying my daughter around and all his stuff, so he may need this. Then we have hot patch. You could use this if you're cold or whatever it may be. And then also moleskin. These are callus removers, but I also keep a piece of moleskin in here. I need to replenish that. I don't have an extra one of those. Then we have these Fever Fritas. These are like cooling pads, kind of like those little ice pack things that you shake up. They're like chemicals. It's kind of the same type of concept, but these are a little bit flatter and smaller, which I like. Then I have 2 warming pads in here. These are also from the dollar store. And I love how these patches you can compress and squeeze everything in there to make sure everything fits. And I feel like it just makes it smaller, kind of like a packing cube. And just remember, I knew exactly where everything went because everything has a home just like your house, and that way you know where to find things. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed what was inside my first aid kit for hiking. I had so much fun making this video for you. If you haven't done so already, what are you waiting for? It is absolutely free. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell. I will link everything down below for you, all the product links, information, my website, Amazon favorites, all of that good stuff will be down there for you guys. And if you've made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you so much. It truly means the world to me when you guys watch my video all the way through. It really benefits my channel. Leave me a mountaintop emoji and let me know that you did. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and until next time, I'm always your girl, Lorna Marie.